Hello, I am Eloise and this is my channel, and for today's video I've decided to do a Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala inspired makeup tutorial. So everyone and their nan has done a Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala makeup tutorial, and I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, but you cannot deny that she looked absolutely incredible, and Maro did such a gorgeous job of her makeup, and it sparked me to want to do a classic winged out cat eye smoky eye that I haven't done on my channel before. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe and all that jazz if you want to know how to get this makeup look. Then just keep watching. So I've just done this eye off camera. Let's crack on with the other eye. So today I've used the Jaclyn Hill palette. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to be sort of sticking to this side of the palette today. So first of all, I'm just going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Enigma. Already done my brows. Used the NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Ash Brown. Fluffed them up. Just the front this time. I'm just done a fluffy front. I was feeling it, so I went with it. With Subversion by Urban Decay, and then run my NYX brown mascara in the shade Chocolate just over the top. So I'm just packing this eyeshadow primer on with a naked brush. So it's the one that you get in the Naked 2 or Naked 3 palette. I'm just popping this all over so I get maximum pigment, and I'm not going to set it. So now I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 227, and I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Mocha. So it's this shade here, just above the black. I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. I used to be absolutely terrified of like a winged out or smoky liner sort of effect. So I thought I'm going to do it today, see how I feel, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'm going to start to wiggle that into the crease. This just blends it slightly higher. So now I'm going to take my Zoeva 224, and I took this shade here. It is called Butter, and I just like to lightly go around the edges just to help blend. This helps to blend upwards as well, and I'm bringing that outwards as well. And you can be as messy as you like, because I'm going to slightly clean up this area with a makeup wipe. Just want all the edges to be really, really soft. Now I'm going to go back to that dark brown and just pack that back onto the lid, because we've lost a little bit through the blending process. And I need to bring that colour slightly outwards as well. And you could absolutely just leave it like that, but I like to go that step further, and we're going to start to really amp it up. So I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Whiskey, and I'm just going to line my top lashes. Although it's very, very similar to the colour that we've got on the lid, I still want it there. And this is where we can slightly start to wing it out. I'm going to take a small little brush, and I'm just going to start to blend that wingy bit. That looks really, really messy, but we are going to start to clean it out. So I'm going to take a slightly darker brown, which is this one here, and this one is called Chip, on my 227. I'm just going to pop that right on top where we put that pencil. I'm being very, very light-handed because I don't want it to be too extreme on the end. Going back to my 224 just to help blend. And although this is inspired by Mario's makeup on Kim at the Met Gala, obviously I'm making it my own. I don't think she had a smoky top lid, but I just thought to myself, I haven't actually done a classic smoky eye on my channel yet, and I also wanted to do a smoky liner, so I thought, why not do them both in one video? I'm liking how that's looking, so let's add some black. Everyone's least favourite part, but I love adding black. So I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in the shade Perversion. It's the blackest black pencil you will ever find in your life. So, so creamy as well. It's got triple black pigment in it, so that's why it's intensely, intensely black. Work in small sections. I'm just going to line the top lashes first, and then we can start to build out that outer wing. So I'm going to take my little brush again. It's quite flat, but it's still very fluffy and flexible. So I don't even know where it's from. I think it's from a Morphe kit where they don't actually have the names on there. So I'm just sort of wiggling that product out. I want it to sort of stay where it is, but just soften the edges slightly. I'm just going to start to drag that outwards. We want that really smoky effect. And I'm just going to put it down just so it's nice and smoky, and then we can just clean it up with makeup wipe. That looks horrific. But it's fine. We are going to neaten it up in a second. Now I'm going to take a small little bullet brush, and the black in the palette is just in the bottom right hand corner. And I'm just going to place that on top really lightly. Then we're going to go back to my 227 with Chip, that darkest brown. And I'm just going to start to blend out the black and bring the darkness higher a little bit. Because if the darkness is too much on the lid, it makes the eyes look smaller. So it's nice to blend it a little bit higher. I'm being really, really gentle, especially towards the outer edge. I don't want any harsh lines here. So I deposit most of the product into the crease, and then when there's hardly anything in the brush, then I'll work on the outer and the inner corner because I don't want any harshness there. So this is looking very messy. I like that there's not much structure to a really blown out smoky eye. I don't mind if it looks a tiny bit messy because I think that just adds to the grunginess. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, especially when it's like all winged out like this. If it was more circular, then I would probably be more worried about the edges, but I'm liking how that's looking. So I'm just going to grab my makeup wipe and I'm going to pop it around my nail so it's nice and taut. So I've sort of followed where, if my lower lash line was to carry on, that's sort of where it would be. One thing I forgot to do is line my upper waterline, which I'm terrible at. So did I do it? But that's one thing I really noticed from Kim's makeup. Oh, is that she had, can't talk and do this, is that she had black all around the rim of her eye, which I really loved. I thought that looked gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm just gonna stick some lashes on. So I'm actually gonna use my all-time favourite lashes. These are Primalash 815s. Oh my god, they're the best. You can see what they look like on here. Really fluttery. They're massive, which I love. They're quite gappy, which is what I like in a lash. They just complete a look, don't they? Don't they? So yeah, I'm going to quickly zoom you out and then I'm going to whiz through my skin. So excuse the hair, I've just washed it, and then I'm going to do a little hair tutorial afterwards. But so for today, obviously I have prepped my skin with my Kiehl's bits and bobs. You can refer to other videos because I literally talk about it all the time about what I use on my skin. I feel like a broken record when I talk about my Kiehl's skincare products. So today I'm going to be mixing my YSL Touche Eclat in the shade BD30 with my Naked Skin in the shade 5.0. This is the perfect combination for me at the moment. I'm not a particular fan of Naked Skin on its own, but mixed in with other things, I absolutely love it, and you already know that I love my Touche Eclat. So I'm mixing those together because it makes the perfect colour for my skin tone at the minute. Obviously I do look a bit white on camera, but I promise you I do have a tan at the minute. So I'm going to do a couple of pumps of my YSL and a couple of pumps of my Naked Skin. And I'm just going to take my highlighting diffusing brush and just striping that all over. And I've got a couple of friends that have joined me for this video, so shout out to them. And then we're going to take my wet Real Techniques beauty sponge and I'm just going to bounce that into the skin. So now I'm going to do a little bit of cream contour because it wouldn't be a Kim Kardashian inspired makeup tutorial if there wasn't cream contour. So I'm just going to be using my L'Oreal Infallible Stick foundation in the shade 210, and I'm just going to use the same highlight and diffusing brush just to blend that out. And I find this the best technique to do cream contouring with. I love this tiny little brush because you can do so many things with it. You can cream contour, you can put your foundation all over your face, you can use it for powder highlighting, which is actually what it's meant for, but I like to cream contour in sections. I don't like to draw it all on first because I feel like I don't have much time to blend it out otherwise. So small sections, you can go slower. And note, I'm doing it before my concealer as well because I don't want it to mix into my concealer. I want my concealer to be the last thing on my face because that is sort of like correcting anywhere that I might have over cream contoured. And I love this mix of foundation because you can still see my freckles, which I cannot stop going on about, but I just love them. So I'm just going over the cream contour with my sponge just to bounce it all together. So I've left my Naked Skin concealer in the other room and I really cannot be bothered to go and get it, so I'm just going to have to settle for the Collection Lasting Perfection, which is a tad too light for what I'm going for today, and it's a little bit thick for underneath my eyes, but it's a cracking concealer. Not my first choice, and it tends to crease a little bit, especially under my eyes. So I'm not going to leave it for as long because I don't want it to be this bright. I'm just going to blend it out very quickly. I mean, it's an incredible concealer, look at that. £4, I think it's like £4.29 or something. This is incredibly bright. This probably would have worked when I was back in the days when I was a little less tanned. So before this creases like a bitch, I need to set my under eyes, so I'm using my Maybelline Matte Maker. I'm pressing that underneath my eyes. I'm just whizzing through this because I've got a video on how to make your makeup last all day. So go and check that out if you want a more in-depth tutorial. I'm going to spray my face with All Nighter setting spray, just one side at a time. So I've got a little bit of tack, and then I'm going to take my Urban Decay highlighter in the shade Sin, and I'm just going to pop that on the tops of the cheekbones, on the forehead. And now I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Shapeshifter, and I'm just going to mix those two shades together and just blend that up into the highlighter. Actually, I think I'm going to do more of a pinched contour on my nose today, just because she is the queen of contour. I've just taken my Zoeva 221 and a little bit of that more greyer tone, and I'm just popping that on the sides of my nose just to slim it down ever so slightly. And I'm sort of joining that up into my brow and socket. I'll carve it out a little bit with some powder. And I never do this because I feel like this is not enough glow. I'm going to go with my Ofra highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut, and I'm going to take a much smaller brush and I'm just going to pop that on the tops. That's more like it. Okay, let's go back to the eyes. So I'm just going to pop some Perversion into my waterline. He really brought it into the inner corner, so it was like that. Very cat eye-ish. Now I'm just going to take that little bullet brush and I'm just going to smoke that out a little bit. And most of the drama was on the top, so I'm not going to bring that too low. I'm just going to grab my 224 just to softly blend out that black a tiny bit. Love that. Do I look like Kim yet? Lips. Just wait for my dog to stop barking. That would be lovely. So I'm going to take the shade Liar in Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. I've severely overdrawn my lips. Now I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. I really like this colour actually. It's like a weird like orangey yellowy nude. That smells amazing. Look, it's a cool colour, isn't it? And I don't tend to go for liquid lips anymore. I really liked the colour, so I had to go and get it. How nice is that colour? And how huge do my lips look? Using that Liar lip pencil gives you instant lip filler for you, I swear. So I'm going to quickly go and do my hair and then I shall be right back. So this is a finished look. I have just done my hair off camera. Next week's video will be three slick Rick hairdos that you can literally just quickly do when you roll up bed but you want to look put together. So stay tuned for that, and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss next week's video, because it's a good one. Kind of put my own twist on the old Kim Kardashian makeup tutorial. I know she didn't have a really dark lid, but I love a classic smoky eye that's slightly winged out. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up, subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.